TSF Entertainment.
And welcome back to the TSF Entertainment channel. Retro CG in the building this good Sunday evening. Joined by DJ Fresh, Your Highness, Jack of Jordans. What's up, my brothers?
What's going on, bros?
How y'all doing?
Yo.
Y'all had good Thanksgiving?
Oh man, it could have been better, but
It could have been longer. Them days go by fast.
Yeah, it definitely went by fast, and I never thought I'd be saying this, but thank God I finished that food. I was so tired of eating Thanksgiving food, and I never thought I would have got tired of it. But
shout out to everyone in the chat. Hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving as well. Y'all know what we're here for. We are here to talk about Power Book 4 Force. It's season 3, the final season, episode 304. Time to see the king. Who was the king? that episode title, it threw me. I didn't understand.
I guess
were they talking about Shay?
Maybe.
I thought it had in reference to
King Kilo.
are going to see King Kilo, but now that you said seeing Che, that's probably exactly what it is.
Or King Kilo. Okay, that's a good point. All right. I was just kind of thrown off about time to see the king. Who was the king? Tommy? We see him every episode.
Yeah, I thought it was about Shay.
Okay, that's a good observation. All right, what's your first thoughts on the episode?
Man.
Yeah, I probably had to give the episode probably like a 6. Like
it's a build-up episode.
Yeah, it's like I want to say this is probably like to me it felt like a filler episode.
Yeah, it's a build-up episode. It's a build-up episode, and I'm not quite sure. Some things I thought was going to happen in this episode didn't happen, so I'm just okay. I'm waiting on it for this week's episode coming up. I agree. Anywhere between a 7 to 8, I'm gonna say the episode was.
We in episode 4, so I don't ever necessarily expect much in any episode 4 powers, to be honest.
Normally I don't, but when it's the final season, and we're getting to episode 4, it's time for us to start moving. We need to start moving more of the chess pieces around the board. We need to start moving some rooks. We need to start moving some bishops. We need to start moving a couple of knights around. Right now, we're just kind of still in season development story. Like, okay, it's time to go ahead and start moving some of these B characters, C characters on out the way. So we get ready for the main characters to fall off. That's why these seasons feel so rushed to us, because they take so long dragging out these stories. Y'all wrapping up the season. Go ahead and start wrapping up some of these stories. Like this shit with Jenard and Showstopper. I'm tired of her.
Somebody please take her.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, she's definitely one got to go. I'm with you on that, little queen. I'm trying to figure out myself what is the goal, and then it's like, what is the goal? Matter of fact, like prime example, what's the goal for her? Because like, you really think even if Jenard even took out Diamond, you really think
you gonna run this?
Yeah.
You really think you running CBI?
Right. Like Shay just gonna move in with you and y'all gonna take, like, man.
And she too snake like
her ambition should automatically get her situated, because she like you just said, she's just way too snaky.
Yeah,
she way too snaky. She willing to do whatever it is to try to get into that seat. She don't care what it is. A seat that is never gonna belong to you.
Right. And I really low-key feel like she's using Jenard, because even if Jenard got back in control, she would find a way to eliminate him so she could run CBI.
She can't control him. If she can't control him, then she don't need him. Nah. Right now, she feels as though she still can control him.
Nah, she can't control herself. Lust and greed.
She can control him. Like
lust and greed is what's going to be her downfall. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the episode. Episode synopsis is Tommy finds a way to protect D-Mac. Jenard mends fences to please Shanti. Is it just me, or is D-Mac's character starting to grow on you a little bit. Just a little bit. He's still annoying. He's still a headache. But I think if they're going where I think they're going with his story, I see potential.
He still annoys the hell out of me. If he ain't growing on me, he probably never will grow on me. I think
past all that, you looking at his situation right now. Let's look at the future of where D-Mac is going to end up. He's going to end up banging out here with Tommy. By the end of this season, D-Mac is going to be out here banging with Tommy.
Yep.
And I think he'll be more useful to the foe in that scenario than what he is right now. Right now, he's just running amok and creating trouble.
You're probably right. But I don't like him. Yeah, that's why I say he's growing on me.
That's why I said a little bit. I said he's growing on us a little bit. He's starting to have purpose. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, have purpose.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I agree with that.
Or he was just a little gnat that was just get out of my way. But now I actually see use for him. I see a use for him. Like we could put him to work. Like he's a hitter.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
He need to be used as such.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I still think Tommy gonna school him though, and you know what I'm saying. Especially, which I'm not. I'll wait till we get to that scene, but I think for sure he gonna school him. But he still like this scene, this whole scene right here, man. He made me so he annoyed the hell out of me on this scene.
Oh God, like, I'm CBI,
bruh. I was like, if this right, I was like, if this little nigga don't get the out of here.
And proud.
Man, I feel like he should have got his face mushed out the door. That's what it should.
Go ahead, Fresh. Take this scene right here.
Yeah. So it kicks off from the last episode where, of course, Diamond and Jenard welcome D-Mac back in the CBI, which Tommy walks in on as they walking him back, and Tommy, of course, goes off, wondering like, why in the world is he even here? He's not even supposed to be in CBI. D-Mac having a whole temper tantrum, talking about I am CBI, like ain't. What'd he say again, Jack?
Oh God, I'm CBI,
like,
I'm CBI,
I'm CBI. Like I ain't going nowhere. All this work I just put in.
Yeah, I earned CBI.
I earned and again, just like he told him on the last episode, like you would have thought then, like, bro, all of this stuff is going on. But anyways, he tells D-Mac he got to roll as well as Jenard because he needs to speak to Diamond alone to have this whole party. Only thing I'm still trying to figure out, and maybe y'all two could give me clarity, is I get it, Diamond is his partner, but at the same time, how was he still being allowed to like kind of punk Jenard?
I said that last week. I am very surprised that Diamond hasn't checked Tommy yet on how he talked to Jenard, because it's one thing if Jenard is kind of, I could see if Jenard was like making little comments to him or doing a little aggy shit at him, and Tommy was just replying or retaliating. But like the man don't even say nothing to you all on his head. Like at this point, I'm waiting for Diamond to check Tommy about how he talked to him. And I thought this was going to be the start of that. I thought this was going to turn into a full-fledged argument between the two of them, because Tommy got the audacity to say, how you let D-Mac back into CBI against my orders? And Diamond like, orders?
Yeah.
I don't want orders from you. You my partner.
When he said that, I was looking at it like, oh.
I thought this was going to be the start of that. Like I thought that Diamond was going to go ahead. See, Diamond need to go off on Tommy one good time.
Yep.
He need to give him some of that. Let me remind you.
Yeah.
Let me remind you real quick who I am.
Chicago mentality.
I almost think the fade is warranted.
Yeah.
Fade definitely been warranted.
I was thinking Philly fade should happen.
He really earned the fade. Like, he talk to this man crazy in his shit at that.
Yeah. Like he made CBI. You didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
You know the name, so your name come
Pete, how Diamond, which I had said last week, Diamond would be better off if he just came clean and told the truth to Tommy and spun it. Well, that's exactly what he did.
Yep.
He told half truth. He told a half truth to Tommy in regards to why he had to let D-Mac back in the CBI, because he wanted to protect him, because D-Mac had put down, was it Mad Dog? I can't keep up with all
he put down Mad Dog, and he put down
King Kilo nephew.
That was Mad Dog.
And then that was Mad Dog.
And
Officer
Kilo had a hit out on him.
What's the officer name? I can't think of it.
The parole officer, wasn't it the parole?
Nah, not the parole officer.
It was the original.
Oh, no.
Seamus.
It was the officer that was shaking him down for money.
Seamus.
One shaking him up for the money for the sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Seamus.
Coming in with a $5 super chat from DeMarcus. Tommy sees Diamond as if Diamond is Julio.
No, he don't.
No, I don't even think so, because Tommy didn't really. He kind of talked crazy to Julio when Julio was up in his spot and Holly had let him in. But for the most part, Julio was his like right hand man.
Yeah,
he talking about Diamond crazy.
It wasn't until like maybe near the end, before Julio got unalived, he kind of said some stuff to him. But other than that, yeah, Tommy ain't talk crazy to Julio like that.
Yeah, Julio was their worker, like they top worker. So as Tommy is leaving, he was like, I got to go fix this. He was like, I need a minute to think about all this. I'm going to go fix this or whatever. A call come in from the SODs.
Yeah, Rashard of the SODs, the Sons of Destruction.
Sons of Destruction.
Son of bitches.
The name's so corny.
Exactly what I was about notes. Yo.
Like a mouse biker crew. It ain't corny.
Why do y'all think? Well, I guess we kind of talked about it a little bit last week too. So he gets a call from Rashad, basically telling them that, listen, they finna come bring what they owe, and they out. They finna pull out. The SODs are finna pull out of the coalition. They don't want to be affiliated with CBI anymore. Why do y'all think everybody falling off? Because of what happened to Chavo and this whole situation with the cartel?
That, and then also Malik told him, which, and we hate to jump scenes, but Malik basically told him later on down the line was because the Marquez cartel was offering them a better deal.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
So Tommy tells Diamond to go ahead and set the meet up for tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We'll deal with it then. This just a girl on the phone. She's just a girl on the phone.
Do you think that? But
what is the significance of the girl on the phone?
Do you think that chain gonna have something to do with somebody noticing that maybe he didn't hit a lick or two?
I would think the bike would stand out more than that little ass chain he got on.
But but she said that chain is gonna get you in trouble. She didn't say nothing about the bike gonna get you in trouble. She was like, "Well, you got to do some new wheels. That's fine. But this chain that you got on,
because that chain, I guess that's the symbol for CBI. So."
I didn't think so. I thought it was an iced out CBI was their moniker for their jewelry, but you don't really see nobody wearing jewelry like that.
Yeah,
that jewelry right there he got on ain't flashy. That chain ain't flashy. I can see if it was a little
just
bit
a yellow diamond spade, but that's
yellow diamond spade.
That's the only thing I can think of. I put emphasis on the conversation about the chain, and she was just like, "That chain, you think that stuff impresses me? That don't impress me." I mean,
I think it was in response to him referencing the chain. He was like, you see my chain? Mm-hmm. She like, that don't impress me. She like, the wheels is one thing, but that chain gonna bring you the wrong type of attention. Mm-hmm. To me, it's just her being cautious about getting herself wrapped up into him and his world. He a hot boy.
Yeah.
And she already said that don't impress her. So to me, she's just a girl on the phone. I just don't understand what the significance of the girl on the phone, because she's not really that important to the story unless something is going to happen to her.
Well, remember, he been trying to get at Genesis for 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but I agree with you though. Like, I'm sure which I would hope there's some type of significance later on down the line, but yeah, he been trying to get at her for like 2 seasons. So I guess
could see if she was like Crystal was the Kanan. I could see that, and we saw what happened to Crystal and how it affected Kanan. I guess that's what I'm looking for in this situation. I'm looking for what is the significance of Genesis other than that's his crush, and if something happens to her, what is that going to do to D-Mac as well? So I guess that's what I'm looking for. Going back to certain things I've been looking for to happen in this episode, I would have thought that by now they're fast forward them to being in a relationship, they kicking it, they going together, whatever. He's something happens to her and it kind of pushes him in or out of the life. So I guess that's what I'm looking for, the significance of the girl on the phone. I know her name is Genesis, but that's what she is to me, just the girl on the phone. Tommy keep rapping on the door like, man, by now I better move out.
Right. Matter of fact, yeah, you got all that bread. You just did a lick. And all that, like, at this point, you should have your own crib now.
At this point, you might as well go back home. You might as well go back. He know how to find you every time, yo.
He knows exactly where you are immediately. And this scene right here, I actually like this scene because it showed exactly what we've been saying for the last 3 episodes, is how stupid D-Mac is.
Mm-hmm.
Crash out dummy. Like, how he didn't even know, like, if you in the streets, you in this so-called street life, I'm in CBI, all this stuff, how you don't know there's a whole hit out on you?
Yeah, you in the streets. You ain't hearing what the streets saying?
And then you talking about, man, forget, I'll eliminate King Kilo. Bro, you not eliminating no.
He said, ask about me. I'm really him, Unc.
I believe that though. He just is wild. He just wild enough to do it. It's crazy.
Attempted.
I say, yeah, I agree with that. At least to attempt it. But it's just like you said, he said, ask about me. Like, bro, you got a whole hit out on you, number one. And then 2, you still don't get that you unalived a cop.
You just want your name in the ring.
Yeah, any given time, bro, you need to be on the low. And I definitely, and then here go number 3, which I'm glad Tommy said something to him. Amateur. You still got the strap that you use to take out Mad Dog.
Up under the kitchen sink. At your homeboy crib. So at any given time, if the boys ran up in there, if they don't get you, they gonna get him. And there's a weapon with a body on it in the crib. Y'all both getting locked up.
Both. And fingerprints all over.
So Tommy pretty much tells him, yeah, you are amateur. Like, you don't know what you're doing. He was like, CBI don't need you, and I don't care what Diamond say. Like, you can go out here, you can rob, you can steal, you can unalive people, you can do whatever you want to do. It ain't gonna change my mind, but obviously it does change his mind by the end of this episode. But he tells him, it ain't gonna change my mind. You ain't gonna be back in CBI. And I'm like, oh God, whatever. This poor fella right here, that getting bullied in his own place too.
But this right here, remember what we was talking about with the penthouse? This is the scene right here where they spoke about how he got the penthouse, because this was Tommy's plan all along for him to get the penthouse, to take it
for
from. What? I guess we ain't see the plan unfold yet fully, but that was because he says it. They talk about it briefly, like, you know, this is the reason why you even in this penthouse is because of me, like a plan that Tommy put in motion.
I thought he got the penthouse just to impress old girl.
Because he just ain't go over to the penthouse just to take it, at least for what? I mean, I get it, the impress old girl, but it was Tommy's plan for him to be in the penthouse for whatever plan we ain't seen yet. I guess Tommy's still playing chess right now. So
support gaming, I think it's a combination of both. I think what they're trying to show us with D-Mac, beyond the fact that he's a young kid and he's annoying, I think what they're trying to show us is the family ties. All the stuff that he's doing out here is some of the same stuff that Tommy out here doing. It's some of the same stuff that Tommy's out here doing. Tommy out here dropping bodies, cutting bodies up, and walking around with body parts on him and stuff, and just it's showing us that he's got that killer instinct, just like his uncle. I think that's what they're trying to show us with D-Mac, is that he is just as erratic as his uncle. He's just as crazy and dangerous as his uncle. He just don't have the muscle behind it. He just don't have the smoothness about it as a person like Kane would. They're trying to show us the family ties with D-Mac and Tommy, is the way I see it. Even though he's annoying and he's doing stupid things, I think all of it is for Tommy to come in and put some training wheels on D-Mac and turn him into his right hand. But Tommy shows up to the penthouse. Vic got a stash for him or whatever. he gives Vic the weapon to hold on to, which that threw me right there. I didn't understand why.
Same here. At first, I thought it was going to be.
Still don't understand why.
I'm thinking they wanted us to think that it's like he did that on purpose. Like they wrote it on purpose to think like, oh yeah, he's gonna set Vic up with this strap, because even Vic said like, what you want me to hold it for? It got bodies on it. Like, so I think it was written in there to make everybody think like, oh yeah, he gonna set up Vic, and the whole time he just wanted to put it somewhere, which probably until he could figure out exactly what to do with it.
Yeah. Which I thought his fool ass was gonna go run and give it to Stacy. Is what I thought was getting ready to happen. I was like, Tommy, you just made a big mistake. Like he's finna go, she finna go run ballistics on this. It's got a body on it. It's got a couple bodies on it, because we don't know if this is the same weapon that he put Seamus down with too. So like, yeah. I thought that's what was getting ready to happen. Then I thought about it for a minute. Well, Tommy would come back looking for it, and if he didn't have it, then all hell would be for Vic. So
yeah. I didn't even think about it that way. But then, even if he did give it to Stacy, his fingerprints is on it. So, dude, it's like 3 sets of fingerprints on it at this point.
5 at this point. Yeah. So, Tommy is like, listen, you still ain't gave me nothing useful on that Fed chick. And he was like, you know what I told you last week? And what they should have wrote him saying, remember, done. That's what he should have said.
Done.
Done. So this is when Vic tells him about Stacy hard up for money. She needs some money for this campaign or whatever. And Tommy goes ahead and tells Vic to give a donation. What I wish they would have shown us, because I thought about it for a minute, where this check came from. Tommy got a legit business in Chicago. I was just getting ready to say what they should have shown us is Tommy have a legit business. You know, back in OG Power, they had the Washington Foes, they had Truth, or whatever. I could see if they would have written it in where he invested in Diamond's barbershop or something like that. Tommy don't even got a legit business on paper. How he write a check for $1 million?
Maybe it was something. Maybe it was coming
cashier's check for $1 million.
Maybe it was something coming through one of Vic's businesses or something that he made. He got the money from Tommy and made. I don't know.
Pause and zoom in on it to see if I can actually see where it came.
I didn't even.
That's what I thought too. But I thought about it. But even still, the check would have had to been endorsed. It would, unless it was endorsed by the company. I guess you're right about that, Fresh. If it came from a company, then it wouldn't have been endorsed necessarily by a person. But kind of like when he gave it to that girl, she would have saw the Flynn name on the check and not Jason.
Yeah. I don't know what he ran it through, but
I don't know what he ran it through.
But I never even thought about that till you said something just now.
You know, my mind always go over there when it comes to that money. It's like, how we wash this? How did we wash $1 million that quick, Damon? Say, Jack, how did we wash $1 million that quick?
I don't know nothing about that.
You know everything about it.
I don't know nothing about that. I got some ideas though.
Yeah, I got some ideas too. Stacy, when she gonna realize what's going on around her? So they sitting here talking, and she just pretty much catching Hardwick up. Hardwick catching her up on what's going on out here in the streets or whatever. What's going on with Claudie? And she was like, "We're seeing it." And then it was talking about the murders that had happened and how they were trying to find the footage.
Yep.
And how they had no cameras around the city, how the city had no cameras about. And then she asked her where Singh was. Singh coming there late, talking about he was just left the hearing with the judge and the judge hadn't ruled yet, and he feels like the judge. I'm feeling like you, U.S. attorney, why you ain't called down here and check up on this yourself?
Because she too busy trying to make the case. She's
this is your case. This is the most important part of your case. I wouldn't be leaving this off to a worker. I would be checking up on this myself.
Well, I mean, in a sense, Singh is not a worker. He's first chair. So she's the AUSA, and then he's first chair. So
he's the AUSA. She is the United States attorney. She's his boss.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying like he's in a sense he's kind of not the work because he's like a first chair. So she's worried about the overall of it and trying so busy to focus, as we saw on Tommy, that like she's like, like, because I think she even said it to him in this episode, like saying you've done tons of cases. If you want to stay first chair, then you need to continue on doing what you're doing. So she got the most faith in him. So she's just like, you know what, Sang can handle it. I'm not worried about it. Let's get some more of this information and evidence that we can get on Tommy and the Marquez cartel and all this other stuff. So, but I felt like right here he was lying, but as we saw later on, he wasn't lying. That's what I thought. I thought he was lying about the whole.
You don't think that he was lying?
Nah.
I thought he was too.
I didn't think he would. Only because when we get to a certain scene, that's what made me realize he wasn't lying about the judge
not ruling.
Yeah, the judge not ruling.
Okay. Bobby comes in. OG Bobby. OG Bobby comes in and he lets the task force know that there has been a spike in deaths of fentanyl.
Yep, fentanyl.
And how two of them particular is going to be a problem for them because one's a social media influence and one is part of I guess they're college students, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, they were college students.
Has gotten a hold of some of this fentanyl. And, you know, we talked about this a little bit offline in the chat. Where is the fentanyl coming from? Is it coming from the Chinaman that we saw at the casino that D Magnum hit? Is it Jenard's brick out on the street?
Yeah. I'm starting to think it's Jenard's brick. Is what I'm starting to think, because the emphasis that they put on showing that brick, and we already saw when he tried to offload it with Shanti, she didn't want to deal nothing with it, and then it just kind of like went in the background. But then now we got ODs on fentanyl, along with, oh man, that which I hate to jump to another scene, but we know that the scene from here, you know, that scene in this episode has to deal with the fentanyl, and Jenard even said it was coming from the Asians. So
I don't know. We know Singh moving sloppy, and as we get to another scene in here, we're going to see just how sloppy he's moving. And you might be right. I guess from your perspective gives me a different insight on this particular scene, because I felt like, and I hate that they showed us that, because now anything that he's involved in, I call bullshit on it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he's lying.
Yeah.
So I don't believe anything he says now because of the fact that we know that he's working for Chang and the cartel.
Yeah.
So yeah, she pretty much told him, like, listen, if you want to stay first chair,
I wasn't this scene, it was later on. This is the one right here where Bobby was telling them about the,
and she said she was getting ready to go leave and go see
Claudia, and that's where you could tell he ear hustling right there, because he already know that's about to mess up everything he got going.
He got planned, everything he got planned, getting ready to be messed up right now, because she getting ready to go see Claudia and try to see if she can link the cartel to these fentanyl deaths. So she get down here. I don't know why Claudia think that she got so much leverage. Like, you got nothing. You are nothing and you have nothing. Nothing. If you would have had something, you wouldn't be sitting here still. You would have been got offered transactional immunity at least. A proffer or something. They ain't offered you nothing yet. You sit here. You're a general pop. You know, you got nothing. You have nothing. You have nothing to offer this woman, and you sit here acting like you got all the leverage. And so I think, is this where she raises the stake for her? Basically, she says she's going to get Tommy to confess to selling work.
Yeah, she said, I can get Tommy to confess, but I need to be out on the streets in order to do so. And Stacey's like, nah, that's not happening. So she comes up with this, what she thinks is an elaborate idea to get the information on Tommy.
How did she even think Tommy could confess though? Like, would confess anything to her?
No, to Elise. You remember I said that it was back in the beginning when she first told Stacey that she had an N inside CBI. I always knew that she was looking at Elise as that, not
right. But I felt like when she said, "Well, just let me out and I can get it done," I felt like that was kind of like insinuating that she was going to be the one to get him.
Yeah, she was.
like she was going to use Elise.
Well, she was reaching. She tried this. Tried this. Then she went to that. You know, it's like going from this extreme to that extreme. She trying to get whatever she can get out there that grabs Stacey's attention.
Yeah. Okay.
But it didn't work.
Why she thought that Elise could get this done for her?
That's another. I mean, I don't even know.
Lady, I feel bad for that lady.
I don't feel bad. I do not feel bad for her.
I don't. I'm with fresh from this one. I don't.
That lady getting ran through. What are y'all talking about? She getting all her money spent up. She getting her emotions played with.
Whose fault is that?
Being threatened.
She was rich. She wanted to be a drug dealer.
Had her business. She had no business being here. I get it.
She had no business being there. It'd be rich people that want to go back to. It'd be rich people that want to go to the hood that you didn't even have no reason even being there in the first place. Not same that you was there.
Same thing to be said about Tariq, but everybody worships the ground he walk on. He ain't have to be in the life that he was in.
Hell with him too.
Well, we say the same thing with him.
Like, yeah, the hell with him too.
We said the exact same thing with Tariq. Like, he ain't either.
Showstopper mad at Jenard because the plan don't change.
Yeah, he didn't tell her about
and he didn't tell her in advance about what's going on. And he like, bro, are you not hearing me? He was like, I had to get down with the get down to keep Diamond in my pocket. All this shit happening right before my eyes. I can't change none of these the cause and effect of what's happening around here. Like that's Tommy fam, Diamond involved, Tommy involved. Like what you think there's only so much I can do about the situation. So she mad because she feel like Jenard now is working with Tommy and not sticking to the plan that they came up with, which is going to be her downfall. Showstopper, that is going to be your downfall. You keep pressing this man out, and it's going to be what is going to be your end. All right, fresh her up.
Shoot, I forgot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be your downfall. So
that's your downfall, right?
That's going to be a downfall for sure. It's definitely going to be a downfall for sure. Because even in that scene right there, she's talking about she wants a new regime and all of this other stuff. And that's what I'm just like, for once, and it's rare that Jenard is making sense, but he's like, yo, like he's making actual sense. Like, yo, we have to play it like this in order. You still trying to get into the meet with Shay, right? So in order for us to get that meet with Shay, we're going to have to, call audibles and move differently so that we can get that move with Shay. Anything else is going to look obvious, and this, you know what I'm saying? So I actually agree with Jenard on that. Clonship told Stacey Marks that she poked up by Tommy and Shanti. Okay, but then how was she going to prove that?
Which I thought she did. I thought she mentioned that when she went to go visit her in the hospital, that Shanti and Tommy were the reason that she was laying up there in the hospital and that they had tried to unalive her.
Yeah,
but right. How's she going to prove it?
How's she going to prove it? The one person that did it, you
poked up.
You poked up. So how was she going to prove it? There was nothing that she could do to prove it.
Nope.
So Rashawn and Malik of the SODs, they come and meet Tommy and Diamond and basically say, well, Rashawn says that, hey, they won out of the coalition. They just won out. They, Tommy and Diamond's like, we could work something out. Sean ain't trying to hear that. He like, nah, we good. This is what we about to do. And the look on Malik's face, you can tell. I knew immediately. I was like, yeah. I was like, bro, not with it.
He not with it, yeah. And when what did he do with the bag? He kind of like pull it a little bit when Tommy reached for it. He kind of like pulled it back or something.
Yeah, he kind of
held on to it a little bit longer.
Yeah, he kind of held on to it a little long, which made Tommy already inquisitive, like, yo, why he do that? And then when he did that and went inside the bag, there was a note that said, meet at your spot at 8 p.m.
Now, I agree with this comment right here, Dexter. What does Shanti have to offer Che? She doesn't have organization. That's what we were saying earlier. Like, she don't have nothing. Like, what does she have to offer a kingpin over a cartel? Garfield Park. That's all she got to offer.
Even that phone call, it wasn't enough said on that phone call that it could have just been banter. There's nothing that Claudia could have said that whatchamacallit don't even matter. She's a snitch anyway, so like it don't matter.
Diamond was starting to get a little worried about more people falling out of the coalition.
Yeah.
Until Tommy pulled up that note and he was like, okay, so I'll tell you what we're gonna do. And this got the wheels turning in Tommy's head that okay, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of Rashad, make Malik the king. So go ahead and let's set up the meet. So they can go ahead and try to keep the SODs. And then Diamond also said he got product that's building up that ain't moving. So that's a problem. And on top of the fact that Tommy, I'm fast forwarding a little bit, but Tommy now has asked for more product and they having trouble moving the weight that they got. Man, they sound like they got a problem.
I'll talk more once we get to that scene.
All right, so we meet Emma, which is Singh's wife or girlfriend, love interest. He referred to them as a power couple, so I'm assuming his love interest.
Mm-hmm.
And she seems to work for Chang too.
Yeah, she works for Chang as well and the cartel.
Dumb.
Because she says to him that she made some deals for Chang's clients.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb.
And even what Sang tells her his
that's
plan,
his downfall right there sitting across from him.
When he
gonna tell it.
Oh, dang, you know, I didn't even think about that.
She gonna talk. She gonna tell. Because she said to him, Singh sits down here and run down his whole game plan about how he has aspirations to take Stacy's job, how he's gonna throw the case, how he plans on using Claudia to his advantage. So, and she warned him and even said, what if the cartel finds out about this? They are not going to be happy to know about this. This was his opportunity to fix a problem. Because had he told them about what was going on with Claudia and how she's getting ready to get released, they could have eliminated Claudia before she got out of jail. She gonna go back and tell. I'm telling you.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good theory right there. I didn't think about that at all. I didn't even think about that because he definitely tells it later on, but I didn't even think about that.
Dumb.
That's a good theory. I can actually see that happening now that you said that. That's a very good theory.
Yeah.
That's good.
And again, going back to the same thing that's going to be Showstopper's downfall is going to be his downfall too. Greed, lust and greed. He's so thirsty for Stacy's job that he ain't even covering his own tracks. Whoever in the chat said he's the new Mike Sandoval, he is exactly what he is. He's sloppy. Like before the big reveal, he was moving in the right direction. Yeah. Now you moving sloppy right now. Yeah, you talk too much. You should have never told her anything. If I'm doing that kind of dirt, I tells nobody.
Yeah, you just gotta move.
Move.
And now that you said that, bro, this just gave me a theory that her telling that might be Chan and them getting back at him and telling Stacy what he been doing.
Yeah,
setting him up instead of just going here to just
unaliving him. Yeah. Setting him up to take a case.
Set him up to take the fall.
Yep. Emma gonna talk. I'm telling you, she can tell something. Jenard meets back up with Diamond, and you see how he slipped in there. If I do this for you, I want to meet Che. Mm-hmm. And you see what Diamond said. Diamond gave him the brush off.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that'll happen later.
Yeah, that happened later. But what about this work I need you to do?
Yeah, that's I got something else for you to do. You know what I'm saying?
I think Diamond gonna pick up on that too. I think at some point Diamond gonna pick up on that.
Or has already.
It might have. Yeah, you might be right. Because
that might be why he let him talk to him any type of way.
You know, we play Diamond to the left. But Diamond might be a little hip to what's going on around.
Yeah, he might be.
He might be.
Because I think, because I remember
that brush off. Yeah. Was like, you don't got control over Diamond the way you think you do.
And he still don't trust Jenard 100% yet, especially.
And he's using him as a do boy.
Yeah. Because remember,
even when trust him with no real business on anything, he's just been doing dirty work.
Yeah, because remember, even when Jenard told him about Tommy messing around with Maria, he had a face then like, yo, why you telling me this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your angle? He had the confused face like, what you telling me all of this for? So yeah, I think you're right about that. Diamonds. He just playing it low key.
Time to See the King is definitely King Kilo.
Big baby.
It's definitely King Kilo because it just confirmed it. I got it playing in the background, and I seen the closed caption. Jenard says, "Time to See the King."
Oh, okay. Which to me that didn't really make no sense to me, but okay.
Diamond wants now because he's came up with, and Diamond was quick on his feet with Tommy. Diamond was real quick on his feet with Tommy. So now you got to keep the lie going. So what you're trying to do now is convince Jenard to go over there to King Kilo to convince him that it wasn't D-Mac that put his nephew down, that it was Rashad that did it. And so Jenard, confusion. I'm supposed to do that. He's like, I don't know. You're the one who told him to begin with, so figure it out.
Magician, figure it out, bro.
Figure it out, bro. That's your job.
Yep.
See this snake shit right here. This snake shit right here.
I hate this scene. This made me dislike her even more.
This snake shit.
My God.
What I wanted them to reveal in this scene right here, which I thought they was going to, was that her and him were working together to try to get rid of Jenard, and they were going to take over CBI.
I thought that at first too. I definitely thought that. Because we hadn't seen him in a minute, and then just the fact that he's rolling up at Shanti's gym and talking to her, like she summoned him, and she's telling him, she had faith in the wrong leader. Now she about to, which I love. They threw this in there.
That course correct.
Yeah, I'm about the course corrected. I was like, oh, okay, so y'all, in a little bit of book 2 up in here.
Yep.
But I'm about to course correct that, and anybody who's going to be with me needs to follow me. If not, then they gonna get. And I was like, I'm just trying to figure out at one point, when did she? Because even when she was working, she was still low level.
So she was a gang leader, but she had a little crew. She had a little crew.
But she was still low level though. Like it wasn't nothing. We didn't hear no stories about anybody being afraid of her.
I don't know, but she yoked Raheem up last season though. She yoked him up.
So I'm just trying to.
Which Raheem is supposed to be Jenard, homie. He's
supposed
to be Jenard right hand man. He moving sideways with his old lady. So both of y'all.
So Raheem been from when Jenard was on that yay.
Yeah,
he had already started looking at him funny.
Well, he definitely started looking at him funny when he was putting the baby powder in the work.
Yep.
When he was cutting the work up with the baby powder and everything. So he was already done with Jenard anyway.
Yeah.
And I think he knew about Manny's chain too, because he said something to Jenard about, ain't that Manny's chain? Yep. So all Jenard's missteps, Raheem has seen all of it. So Shanti pretty much tells him that she put the crown on the wrong king and all this foolishness. And I'm like,
she did it prematurely or whatever she said.
She's about to course correct it. Yeah,
she about to be back on her bad bitch shit, whatever that meant.
Yeah, she's gonna be back on her bad bitch. Like, she act like she Lil Kim or somebody.
Yeah, shut up. When have you ever been? When you in none of the episodes I see, you ever been that person? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I can tell y'all want Shanti going back.
Please, you want to go real bad.
Y'all started to just get bothered about it.
Hell bothered by her. I'm bothered by her actually because she's supposed to be a rider. She ain't no rider.
Yeah.
And that's what she tries to act like, but she's not no rider. She for herself, and she's that character that we always see in the Power universe that is for themselves, and they're taking advantage of somebody else. So that's why I don't see it for Shanti. Vic laid up with this chick right here. He got her dickmatized. He's got her dickmatized exactly what he intended on doing to begin with. Remember, that's what he wanted to do with her the first night.
Mm-hmm.
And now he got her exactly where he wants her, and giving her this donation is definitely going to keep her where he wants her.
Yep.
Which I thought she would have asked more questions about it, but she was so excited to be able to go give that cashier's check for $1 million to Stacy, and I'm like, if Stacy don't have questions about this, she deserves to lose.
Yeah, it looked like it's from a P.O. box. So my question to y'all is, what is his play with this? Like, is it because we already know this is not because he's trying to have a love interest. There's a play here. So is this a play where he's trying to get out from up under Stacy's thumb? Or like, is this part of like just to sabotage the whole thing? Like Tommy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we see later on down the line, like Tommy was the one that kind of got him put up to this or whatever. Because I'm just trying to figure out the play here as to why he's still messing around with her, because it ain't for no love interest.
Actually, he came up with the idea himself, because remember, he told Tommy that that's what she needed. She needed money. Even when he left the voicemail for Tommy, he told Tommy that I think I gotta wait for us to get at Stacy. I think he's using this as leverage to get from up under Stacy, but also at the same time have some control over her too. To think about it, because remember, he refers to her later on in the episode as Mayor-elect too. Yeah. So I think that if he can get rid of Tommy, he goes back to running his criminal organization, and he's got the mayor in his pocket at the same time. So I think ultimately his goal is self-serving.
Okay, now it makes sense, because I was still trying to figure out why in the world, like, what's his end game with this? Like, you know, like we said offline, the Flynns, they always got some game going on.
Yeah,
so
they got an angle.
So it's some type of.
I think that's his angle right there. Ultimately, is to have some influence.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's really excited. He gives us some cockamamie story about DEI and crime and how he keeps his ear to the ground and everything.
Yeah, his investors and stuff.
Yeah, and that was enough for her to, you know, top him off real quick before she go to work.
So when I first saw this, I thought this was a text to Ray's phone. Is what I thought.
And who phone was it?
It realized it's Vic's. Because she says right there, come in ASAP.
Yeah. She called him in because remember, she wanted to know what was going on with those murders. She's trying to find out some stuff. She's like, all this stuff happening and you ain't brought me nothing yet.
Yep.
So she's trying to put the squeeze on Vic to find out what's going on in CBI.
Yep. And Vic once again covered, like, hey man, like, he's not telling me nothing. There's nothing that he's telling me. I don't have no information for you. I don't have no evidence or anything.
But why does he have her saved in his phone as Stacy Marks? Why, Vic? Why?
That's a very, very good question.
I guess if he did not have her saved in his phone as Stacy Marks, we wouldn't have known that message was from her.
Okay.
Plot device.
Okay.
But in real life, that would have been unknown.
Yeah, it would have been unknown. Because see, that's what made me think it was Ray's phone. Because I was like, when I saw the Stacy Marks, I was like, I know she working with Stacy now as part of the mayor-elect and all this other stuff. Yeah. So I thought when I saw that text, I was like, okay, so she texting Ray to come in because it's something that's about to get ready to go on with her campaign or something like that. But it wasn't until I saw Vic come in there, that's why I was just like, okay, so that was for Vic, but I'm just like, yo, why would you?
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking. And they should have wrote that when she did see that. That would have made a real good plot twist. That what if she had seen that right? She would have asked him, why is Stacy Marks texting you? Yeah.
Probably too early in the season for that.
That was a missed opportunity right there, because she should have, even if she didn't comment on it, she should have saw it.
Yeah.
So Stacy pretty much tells Vic the same thing Tommy tells him. Listen, if you don't have anything for me, you're done. I don't have a use for you.
Yep.
And so at that point, he's like, Tommy's expanding CBI. He's moving major weight. He's giving the Albanians my clubs. And she was like, yeah, that's good and everything, but I need names. I need, like, I don't think that he's actually trying to give Stacy any information. I think he's just stringing her along. But at the same time, he also in fear of his life with Tommy. So he can't give her anything either. Talking about where you at, we need that nickel now. So now Tommy is summoning Vic for the weapon that he gave him earlier. That's what the nickel is.
And we also found out that Stacy knows about him being in that penthouse too. Which I'm curious to find out how she knows that. But
she got eyes on him, I bet. Or if she don't got eyes on him, she probably got eyes on that penthouse.
Okay, yeah.
So they meet with this little fella right here, and Tommy pretty much Malik.
Malik, yeah.
Meets with Malik, and from the SODs, Tommy pretty much tells him that they're gonna crown him king. That they're gonna get rid of. Did he drop a location for where old boy was gonna be at?
Yeah, Malik told him. He said,
Okay.
"Yeah." He said, "Tell me where he's gonna be at, and we'll handle the rest." Yeah,
we'll handle the rest, and we'll make you king. He's like,
And
you
we'll
get
make
the
you
rest
king.
of the workers together. We'll take it from here.
Yeah. So that's when Malik, and also Malik was worried about it coming back.
No friends out here in these streets.
Malik was also worried about him coming back on him too. So he wanted to make sure, like, hey, Tommy's like, no, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Worry about that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. We'll have it all under control. Even though I still think that plan is going to come back later on. That Tommy is going to come back to haunt them. But I'll wait till we get to that scene.
I'm curious about that. Why you feel like that?
Oh God,
Jack, where you at? Come on, talk about your girl. Man, Claudia is just. I mean, you can't blame her though. I mean, she's trying everything she can to get out of jail. And if it wasn't obvious before, I've said this every episode we talk about her that she's using Elise. If it's not obvious to you now that she's using Elise, I don't know what is. Because I mean, all she's doing is stringing that girl along because she know that girl care for her.
Yep.
So she's spending up her money, and she's got her own wild goose chase or whatever. And she tells Elise, "I need you to get Tommy on tape saying that he sell work." And I'm thinking to myself, how is that going to be of any use to you? They already know he sell work.
Exactly.
I guess
that means they have confirmation, like they have some evidence, like hardcore evidence on him.
Yeah, and it'll be enough for them to get a warrant if they wanted to get a warrant.
But I'm so tired. I'm so tired of seeing his face. Every time you see her face, this is what you see. She has the same facial expression every time you see Elise. Just scared. I'm just like, hopefully that's good. That's right. She out of jail now, so we won't even have to see no more of these scenes. But even still, now that she out, we still gonna see the same scared face. Like her face looks like that mask. What is it from V for Vendetta or something?
Stop it, bro. I can't.
Like, man, I'm honestly, so that's why when you said earlier, I don't feel bad for her because you're rich. And you're putting yourself into something that you have no idea. And just because you love this girl so much, you love Claudia so much, you willing to risk your life. And you already scared of Tommy because you told her right here, like, Tommy's like, you scared. So why are you still trying to put yourself in this situation?
What I feel sorry for is what's going to happen to her and what happens to these characters in the Power universe. So we know that it's not going to end well for her. And I guess that's what I feel bad for, because she's trying to be loyal to Claudia and she's trying to support her, but ultimately it's going to cost her her life.
Should Claudia probably be the one to take her out anyway?
Might be.
I don't put nothing past it for her to get over it. Probably going to be her anyway.
Right. Good is gone. She's good as gone. Yep. Probably next episode. Good is gone. How you feel about Elise is how I feel about Showstopper.
So at first, I didn't even understand this scene, but then as it progressed, I understood like this was for her to make the introduction into Manny Fresh. So she goes out here on the streets. There's a bike race going on with Manny Fresh, and she puts up, I think it was 1,500 on Manny Fresh. And Manny's, I forgot the little dialogue that they had here, but basically, like, you know, Manny's like, "Oh, you got that much, I guess, support in me that you think I'm gonna win the race?" You know, XYZ, which we all know was, as Retro says all the time, a plot device for them to meet up. And of course, Manny Fresh, she wins the race. They have a whole talk, and it's not Stacy. Shanti is making a deal with Manny Fresh and telling her, like, "Yo, I got better product. You know, we can do it this way. You'll make way more money instead of riding them little bikes you got. You'll be riding around in Ducatis.
Yep.
And she like, cool. And then her homeboy Stroke comes up and it's like, wait a minute, I know you from somewhere. You look real familiar.
I think he was coming to give her money.
Yeah, he was. He was coming to give her money, and he,
Yep.
you know, and then that's when he says, "Oh yeah,
I know you from somewhere. You Jenard old lady.
You Jenard's old lady," which we find out that Manny Fresh pissed off because she reveals to Shanti that yo man, he robbed me for the necklace that my daddy gave. So as long as you with him, I don't want nothing to do with you at all. And basically seals
And
the
that
deal.
when you see him on site.
Yep. Said when I see him, yep, he gone on site.
On site.
Which pisses Shanti off.
Not only does it, well, it pisses her off, but at the same time, it's like, how do I say this? It's like eye opener. It was like an eye opener for her. She was like shocked at what she's hearing. Like hearing this, guess probably made her go back to when Jenard was acting crazy and he was on that stuff or whatever. Like she was like processing this. Like
hell, he robbed her.
Yeah, he robbed her. You for your chain?
Yeah,
like
he
didn't even call bullshit on her.
Too.
He didn't even call bullshit on her. She didn't even show any signs of disbelief whatsoever. It's like the reality kicked in for her right then and there that she really out here with a bum.
Yeah, because you know, like he took her chain, you know, the boxing chain or whatever, you know, and eventually gave it back to her. So she kind of know what type of time that he was on.
I forgot about that. So now it makes so much sense why
And
she
he
made
was
the
getting
face
money
that she
from her, too.
made.
Yeah.
Remember, he was getting money from her too because remember he was short with Miguel. She fronted him the money for it.
Yep.
So all this right here, this probably came down on her in this conversation right here.
Mm-hmm.
That yo, I'm really out here with this crab ass dude.
Hey, my name is attached to you, and you.
Yeah, my name attached.
Moving.
Yeah. So she's sitting up here thinking about this, like, damn, I'm really looking stupid out here in these streets. But again, you know everything, you out here in the streets. I feel like you should have heard that already.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, you should have heard what was being said about Jenard.
Yeah, she definitely should have known. So I don't know how she just found it out. But the only thing that I thought in this scene right here is I thought they were going to touch on was that, like, hey, when I did it, that's when I was strung out. Like I wasn't
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I didn't just rob her. You know what I'm saying?
He straight denied it.
Just straight. You know what I'm saying? Like just straight up. Like I was strung out.
I feel like it would have been better for him too if he had been honest with her.
Yeah. About
why he took the chain.
And that's what I thought that was going to happen in this scene. I thought he was going to get that explanation, like, man, look, yeah, I did it, but that's when I was on stuff. I was strung out. You know what I'm saying? And I did
Let me make this right.
Yeah, and then he's just like, yeah, I can make it right, and that's what I'm about to do. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna make it right, but we'll see.
So let me ask you this: even though he did make it right, we saw that he made it right later on in the episode. Is the damage already done?
I think the damage is done. I think something's gonna happen. They're gonna go back to maybe thinking he has something to do with it because he in your head it's like once a fiend, always a fiend. You know, he did something. He had something to do with this. He already robbed us once. So why wouldn't he do it again?
That's true. Yep. Matter of fact, now that you say that, chat. Yep, some problems gonna happen with.
Well, I think the damage is already done with Shanti because, like you said earlier, Fresh, her name is now associated with this bum ass dude.
But like, I mean, but I don't know. At the same time, I don't understand and like how she could be mad because everybody knows Jenard was strung out. You knew Jenard was strung out, and what did you do? You helped get him clean, so your name been attached to Jenard.
You boxed him up and get him clean.
I feel like even Raheem tried to tell her too last season.
So it's not so much you could be mad at him because you knew this man was strung out
in the streets now. So there's a big difference.
But that's what I mean. Like it should have been in the streets. It should have been in the streets because everybody knew Jenard was strung out, and yet you still, you know what I'm saying? You still rocked with him. Like you took him in, cleaned him up, everything else. So you should have known that even then, like everybody. Now, granted, you didn't know about him taking Manny Fresh chain, but there's no way you didn't know that the streets didn't know.
I think the streets knew that he was strung out. I think the streets didn't know that he was messing with Shanti.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
Because that's the way that Manny Fresh made it. You know what I'm saying? Is like that was her first time hearing about it. You know, which that's a little weird too, because how he hear about it, but you didn't hear about it. But I think that's what what makes it worse.
All right, so it's time to go see Che. And Miguel is there watching Che torture. Was it one of his workers or one of his suppliers? One of his vendors?
Please.
It was a worker. I believe, if I remember,
retirement.
If I believe they didn't have the money.
Yeah, they didn't have the money.
Yeah.
Yep. And so he got whipped up with a chain and
tossed in the river.
Early retirement.
And it was funny that Miguel was here to witness this. Tommy was kind of walking up on the tail end of it or whatever. So, I guess this was a message to you all as well that if you come up short with my money, this is gonna happen to you too, or worse.
It might have been somebody. Which we didn't get a backstory. It might have been somebody that was working up under Miguel.
That's what I felt like because he was there.
Because
I felt like there was a gift for that.
Yeah, because if it was somebody that was working right with Che, I can't see Miguel just being there. He's like, unless Che just summoned him to say like, "Oh, this person is working in your city," like grab him with something. So that's probably exactly what it was.
I felt like it was a message.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
So Tommy and them roll up on Che, and Che's found out about all the shit that's going on with the cartel. Even though he had promised Diamond that Che wasn't going to find out about that, which Miguel probably told it. They didn't make it clear how Che found out, but you pretty much know that Miguel told it.
I didn't even think Miguel told him. I just figured out it was from just stuff that was going, in the streets. Because I think if Miguel had told him, at least I would have hoped in this scene he would have said like. I think he would have said, Miguel told me about all the stuff that's going on out here. Like, and I told you I didn't want no war.
True story.
But, you could be right, though. I mean, we might see that later on in another scene later on.
He's Snake, too. So, everything he does is self-serving.
Yep.
So, I could just see him, whispering in Che ear that, CBI got problems with the Marquez cartel. I'm hearing that CBI has problems with the Marquez cartel or whatever. I could just see him doing that. I'm gonna ask him about that. And see if he.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Just in case y'all don't know, we've interviewed Miguel's character, so y'all could go check out that interview on the YouTube, on our YouTube page, and we will be bringing him back again. What is it after episode 8? He said.
I think it's episode 8. He said episode 8. So episode 8 or 9, well, whenever we have to confirm with him. I think it is episode 8, but we'll be bringing him back. Yep. So he started talking in Spanish, and he just can't stand the sight of Tommy. Tommy just make his skin crawl. He can't stand Tommy, boy. Hey, he can't stand Tommy, boy. And Tommy come up in there with that, Tommy don't never sweat. But that's one thing I can say, that they have kept very consistent with his character. Because going back to OG Power, even when Ghost would be nervous about meeting with Lobos, and even with Milan and all of them, Tommy has never been afraid to go stand in front of whoever they getting their work from.
Man, he got kidnapped and they put pillowcases over their heads. Tommy seemed like he was ecstatic about it. He was
Milan them yoked him up too.
Yeah.
Milan them yoked him up in.
Oh yeah.
Same type of thing. When he had him tied up in the Brooklyn basement.
Yeah, sure did. So let's see here, Tommy. But okay, so this is where to go back, retro, what you said earlier, what Diamond said about them having troubles moving product. So for him to say, like, matter of fact, triple it, because he says to him that, like, because Chase bring up about the money. Diamond and Jenard. Nah, I don't see that happening.
I can see him getting rid of Jenard though. Maybe not Diamond, but I can definitely see D-Mac getting rid of Jenard.
For sure.
I can definitely see that.
CBI about to be gone. They about to be for like Chief
Yeah,
Keef, Nito. They gone.
Finito.
They
Disband. Say like, that's a tall order you asking for there, son. He's like, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna give you this work. But if you don't have my money, and if there's any problems with my money, you can be like him in the river.
Yeah.
I was like, cool.
So that's what makes me think that even though Diamond said that about the work, like they can't have problems moving work because for one, they got Che money, and he even told him that like, hey, when have I ever had a problem with giving you back your cut? Never had a problem. If they had problem moving work, well, I mean, let's say it's Tommy, so I guess maybe he did that to.
But Tommy got the money to front though.
I mean, yeah, but I'm guessing maybe he did that to prove more like we don't have no issue. Because I feel like if once he said that, I feel like we would have saw Diamond face make a gesture.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for them to cut to Diamond to see his reaction to that.
And
I was thinking the same thing.
And they never showed it. Only thing that we saw was Miguel getting mad and was like, nah, that's BS. They ain't gonna be able to whatchamacallit. But then at the same time, he says to his right hand man that we need more bodies to move this extra weight. So I'm like, is him and Tommy still supposed to be like, I don't, because I don't even know, does Shay even know that like they're no longer like
cool with each other?
Yeah, like they're on the other side of the fence.
I think he knows that they're competitors though, because remember he told them when he appointed CBI to take over the Serbians' territory that he did not want problems between Miguel and Tommy. They're on the same team. They're just both working for the same franchise.
Yeah. Okay.
Both working for the same franchise.
I got you now.
They all getting their work from Jack, and Jack said that he don't want no trouble on the street.
Wow.
That they got to get along.
Wow. Wow.
I just want to make sure you were still there.
Yeah, wow.
Now this
is foul right here. This some foul-ish right here. Now Maria, you know better than to let Tommy op in his place.
That was crazy work.
That is crazy right there. You let his op in his place. I feel like though, this dinner. Okay, go ahead. Break the scene down, Jack. Go ahead, break the scene down.
I'm sorry, you got to give me a minute.
All
right, break it down. So, well, first off, before I break it down, I didn't see this coming. When he told his right hand man that he had something that he was about to get ready to go do. So this threw me off. But so he knocks on the door, Maria opens it up, and he comes over and brings Maria some flowers.
Dry as sunflowers.
You know, and says that he wants to talk with her and whatnot. And during the course of that, and this is right here is where I was like, this is a setup because his focus was on Tommy's security
system. Yep. Peeping. Yep.
So I said right here, I said, oh, this is a setup. I said he coming over there to just probably get the lay of the land to figure out a way to have
how you can hit him at home.
Yeah, have Marquez cartel get in there or set up. You know what I'm saying? Because they show all the angles that Tommy has his camp. Then he goes on about this whole spill about, you know, wanted to stay family. This is what Poppy always said. I wanted us to stay together. So let's me, you, and Tommy have dinner. I'm willing to put the differences to the side. And in my head, I was like, if you say you told Tommy you know your brother, then you should have known that this was a play.
And that he was playing on you. Yep. This was a play.
Especially when he was like, wherever you want to go.
Whenever. You just let me know the next time.
Whatever, whenever, you just name it, putting the differences to the side. That don't even sound right. Like, why? For what? You could just have dinner with your sister if that's the case. You don't even like this man. So let's not even pretend.
So we all on the same page then.
You don't like this man. That's cool. You know?
To tell Ortega where Tommy gonna be at so they gonna hit. So they can get him. But guess what's gonna happen at this dinner?
Could be.
She's going to reveal
is
that she's with child, and that's gonna muck up the hit.
That could be. That's a great theory right there that you said that.
It sounds like typical power.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. It's a dinner.
Refresh my memory if this has happened, because I don't think it did. When did Miguel even know or find out where Tommy lived?
He don't been over there before. Remember, he been over there one time. They were laid up. I think it was last season.
Did.
Oh, that's right.
He had to go hide in the back.
That's right. Okay. Now
It would have been inside because remember he had
her badge was sitting right there. And he grabbed her badge
was on the counter, and he had a bottle of liquor, and he'd have been over there before.
That's right. Glad that's why I asked y'all to refresh my memory.
She knew better than to let him in there now, knowing that they beefing. She knew better than that.
She should know better. That's the problem. She should know better. Like, she got too much faith into Miguel.
Yep. And then look what happened right after he leaves Maria. What happened?
Called Ortega. Which we forgot to talk about. Stacey was back in the earlier thing where Stacey was trying to figure out how Ortega was ordering all these hits from jail. And they talked about having his cell shake down and getting his burner. Well, we saw that the chick that brought him the phone was also
was taking care of him.
Yeah, she was taking care of him.
But and I'm glad that we're on this thing, because now you brought up thought that I was going to ask to y'all about this was during that scene when she's talking to Hardwick, they say that Ortega's in solitary. Yeah, he's not in solitary in this scene.
No, she said protective custody.
I swore she said solitary.
No, she said protective custody.
Because remember, Ortega was in solitary at first.
He was.
Okay.
She said protective custody.
Okay. I thought she said solitary. So that's why I was like, y'all late, because Ortega not even in solitary no more.
But yeah, he was in here getting him some dome. And like you said, that's why I knew this was a play right here, because soon as he left, he called Ortega and told Ortega that, yo, when that phone pinged,
phone rings.
Yep. And I feel like if that's the case, you could do that yourself. Like you could have done that yourself.
That's true.
Yeah, you could have done that yourself.
Yeah. So yep, matter of fact, you're right, Retro. I didn't even peek this because he said I wanted the logistics of where the slice and grill that slippery octopus Tommy. Yeah, so that's gonna be, like you said, the dinner. Whenever they go to dinner is when
it ain't gonna be able to happen. And this is why I think Tommy and Miguel are gonna have to team up. Remember, we saw in the trailer. Remember, we questioned that, and I think we even questioned Manuel about this because he was like, "There's a scene in the trailer where you and Tommy are standing on the same side shooting at somebody," and we were trying to figure out why that would be the case, because they op.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, that's why, because Miguel's gonna have to end up teaming up with Tommy to take out whoever's Ortega's hitters is when they come and spray that dinner up, because Maria is going to tell them at that dinner that she with child. Y'all heard it here first. Y'all don't want to give us our flowers when we be calling.
Y'all say she get hit.
Y'all don't never want to give us our flowers when we be calling this shit. Man, so many. Remember back in book 2 when I told y'all that Diana was pregnant?
Yeah,
you was hanging your head on that tough too. Yeah, we was like, no way, nah.
Yeah, we kept saying no way. You was on point about that one.
I'm telling you. That's what's gonna happen. This is the only thing that makes sense. What else is gonna bring them together?
Yeah.
But in fairness, I did say the only thing that was gonna bring them together was if something happened to
Maria.
Yeah.
But now here's the catch. Is she gonna get hit? Is she gonna?
Yeah.
She got to.
She's got to.
Well, I hope not. Only
about
because
this. I was thinking about this. See, I'm going up and down on a scale with this whole baby thing with Maria, because if Tommy has a child, we know that Tommy is going to want to stay in Chicago with Maria. If they have a child, there will be no Power legacy if that's the case.
Man,
I think we got to keep up with the continuity of Tommy ongoing
there is no continuity
thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it never ends good for Tommy when it comes down to love interest,
and it never ends good for love interest for Tommy.
Anybody he loved, period. You know, like he don't really love Kate, so you don't. You know,
he do love Kate. He love Kate.
I don't know.
He love Kate.
I think at the same time, it's not necessarily he gonna stay in Chicago, because remember, he told Lakeisha to come with her.
But he low key moved Lakeisha out of
The crossfire, yeah.
No, but I'm saying, remember, he told Lakeisha that he
would have been good. It was Tasha that took Lakeisha out.
I know, but what I'm saying like Tommy was still about to leave. He was going to take Lakeisha with him.
Exactly.
Until
you're saying that he will take Maria with him.
Yeah, it might come. Yeah, we take her because I'm just being optimistic and just kind of hoping that's not what happens with Maria, because we done already seen it. It's like we done seen it with Lakeisha. Even though Liliana wasn't his love interest, we saw it with Liliana.
But he cared about her.
Yeah, so he cared about her. Like every time he gets close to a woman,
anybody.
Yeah.
Same thing. We know what's getting ready to happen with
Ghost. He lost Lakeisha. He started caring about his dad. That happened.
He cared about Ghost.
Yep. Yeah. Cared about Ghost. Even though he unalived Holly still.
Yeah. Anybody. It's just kind of like the ongoing thing. And that's why I think that Maria gets touched, possibly situated. I hope she don't get situated.
That's what I was thinking, that she gets situated at this dinner.
Yeah, but I think this dinner is gonna backfire, and Miguel that's gonna push him over the ledge, for one, because he plotted it. He didn't think. That's just crazy to me that he didn't even think
that's right.
You're gonna put your sister in that crossfire to the point of you lining this dinner up to get Tommy hit. You using your sister as a pawn, as a decoy. That's crazy.
Yeah, because he's probably not thinking of where it's gonna go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But here we got Tommy and Elise. And Tommy is bagging up cash, and Elise comes in with this intricate plot that she thought would work, because he saw the way she kept saying coke. Mm-hmm. Like, why? Like she was putting the emphasis. Like, you're not even talking in code. And then, like he said, you've been using the product. And she's like, no, I just ain't been asleep. He's like, well, maybe you should do $2.
That sounds crazy.
Right.
Like,
and she's looking crazy. Going back to what you said earlier, that same scared expression on her face.
Exact face.
Yeah.
I was happy here for like 0.5 seconds.
Well, you thought you were going to choke her out?
Oh, you thought he was
like, finally, I was like, she's gone. We ain't got to deal with her no more. I was like, good. I was like, bet he about to get ready to take her off the map. I was like,
that's 2 stitches he let off the hook.
Well, I think that what they're showing us is he's moving a little strategically. He couldn't take her out, because if she was recording him, he knew that was at the request of Claudia, which in turn the feds is watching. He don't know who else is watching.
That's true.
Couldn't take out Vic because he's a CI. Can't take out her because she's working with Claudia, who's also working with Stacy. So I feel like all this was a strategic move. This wasn't the time or place to deal with that threat. She's not that big of a threat. He didn't see her as a big of a threat.
I don't think Common cared about the CI part. Like, he situated Proctor. Like, I just think that.
Yeah, but that's too much heat for him right now.
Yeah. I was about to say, I think it's the way that they writing him now. It's
too much heat on him right now, and he got a cartel war that's going on right now. Is a problem that he don't need to deal with right now. When all he had to do is scare them. Same thing. The same thing he's doing with Vic is the same thing he done with her this while ago. Scare her.
I think with Elise, with Vic, at least she's kind of like a civilian that shouldn't. She's a civilian that's kind of like in the way. She shouldn't even be there.
She ain't even a civilian that's in the way. She's a civilian that said, "Oh, I can move this. I can help you, Claudia. I can do this stuff. We can run it through. We can run it through our club."
She didn't do it for the same reasons as everyone else is doing it. She did it out of love.
Okay, you're right. Yeah,
she did it out of love.
Yeah, that's true.
She wanted to be a part of her world.
That's the only reason why I have just a little soft spot for her, because she wasn't out here chasing money, powder, and power. She wasn't. She was chasing Claudia. She loved Claudia.
Claudia.
I'm mad that we call her Claudia now.
That's what we call her.
I know that's what it calls her.
Claudia. I can't wait for us to get together. Never. Never. That lady spending up all your money and your time.
Claudia.
No Claudia for you, Elise. I suspect that she should be up out of here next week. And somebody said in the chat earlier that Claudia might be the one to get rid of her.
That was me that said that.
Yeah, somebody. She might.
But it might be. So here we got Stacey Marks back insane.
Somebody adjust her signal on her black antenna, her black woman antennas. Her black woman antennas don't work. Her station is scrambled because if she can't see that this man playing her for a fool, the way she look at him like she what's up, but she don't know what's up. You can't be that distracted when you can't see this man playing with you in your face.
Yeah, she is. That's what it's showing because for
tunnel
one,
vision.
She's too busy. Yeah, she got tunnel vision on trying to bring down Tommy. Since they've been told her leave Tommy alone. She's not leaving Tommy alone. Still trying to go after Tommy. Still trying to do the Marquez, and now she got this whole thing running for mayor. So yeah, she oblivious to all of that. But this scene is what made me think earlier that Singh wasn't lying, because why would he just come in now and say, "Oh yeah, the judge didn't rule in our favor.
Yeah,
we got to turn in. They granted the Marquez cartel the motion to suppress and stuff." So that's when I was like, okay, so he wasn't lying earlier when he said that, because I was like, why would he wait all the way to now to tell her that when he could have just told her that when he first came in?
But I feel like he threw the case though, because it's how he argued the case.
Oh yeah, I for sure felt like he threw the case on purpose.
Yeah, he threw the case.
Yeah, he threw that. Yeah, especially after we saw the scene with him and Emma, I was like, yeah, he threw it. He threw the case on purpose. Even on the last episode when he had the so-called numbers mixed up, like he created all of this.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so yeah, but as we said, that's why her antenna's not on, because she's too busy focusing on the wrong things, which we've seen before. It's almost kind of just like how in OG Power with Angela and all of that stuff. Like
Sachs, we've seen it with all of the lawyers.
Yeah, get that tunnel vision.
We've seen it with Sachs. We've seen it with Angela. We've seen it with all of them. Yep. But let me ask you this question right here. Comment in the chat just a while ago prompted me to ask this question right here. Why would Stacey release Claudia and risk the media finding out about it? Do you think that was a risky move, letting Claudia out?
Yep.
Yeah. Of course that was. But at the same time, the only way, well, for one, she doesn't know that she has a leak inside her camp.
Yeah, that's right.
So
she doesn't. Yeah.
Her releasing Claudia, she's not thinking about that the media will find out about that or whatnot, because it's supposed to be.
Claudia is going to work to her advantage, though.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be under wraps, and I hate to jump forward, but we know Claudia is going to be protected 24/7.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, with her releasing Claudia, we know that Singh doesn't like that. Yeah. And that's the problem for Singh. I think that's what's going to lead to exposing Singh, is because of the situation with Claudia being released, him not going back and telling the Marquez cartel about her being released. She now informing on them. I think all that's going to end up working to actually help Stacey than hurt her, because it's going to help expose Singh. It's a domino effect.
I mean, it could.
It's a domino effect. This dummy right here still walking around with the chain on. I ain't never seen a fiend hold on to it.
Well, remember, Jenard gave it to him for some work, so
yeah, he did.
He gave it to him for a hit.
Yeah, for hit us some work. That's what I meant. Like not work for him to Yeah, for some work.
I ain't never seen no junkie hold on to no Jerry.
Well, I mean,
he ain't pawn it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess at the same time,
he wouldn't have held on to it.
I mean, I guess at the same time, Joey's not really a junkie because he also sells. So he's just one of those he uses, but he still sells because
he's a junkie.
He's a junkie.
Because when Jenard rolls up on him
with another junkie,
Jenard rolls up on him, asking for the chain, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I still got it." Jenard's like, "Man, look, I'll buy it back from you," and Joey wouldn't sell it to him,
which is crazy to me. Why not?
And take the money.
That's what I was trying to think. I was trying to figure that out.
Jenard, though, we got to commend Jenard, because Jenard did try to handle that diplomatically. He did offer the man some money before he unalived them. And actually, I don't even know if his intent was to unalive him.
I don't think it was either.
Intent was just to get him high and take the chain.
Yep.
Okay, so we're on the same page with that. I thought so too. He was surprised himself that the end result was when the dude refused his offer to take the money for the chain. Jenard said, "Well, look, let's have one for the road," or whatever the case may be, and gave him some of the fentanyl laced product. And that's why I say he act like a fiend. He act like a fiend.
He did say this would be putting people in the dirt.
Yeah, he told him. He said, "This is that stuff that been putting everybody in the dirt."
Yeah, because this year
get his needle out quick enough.
This year is when he brought up the Asians and he was telling Joey not to go buy from his usual person.
Did say that, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I got this.
Yo.
Yeah, he's like, I got the new stuff right here. This is the stuff that's been putting down. I think what shocked Jenard was two things. One, he was having kind of tempted to have a hit of it, and he wanted to see how it was going to affect Joey, but mainly because I think Jenard didn't realize like how potent this shit is that he's got out on the street. I think that for me, this is what showed me that like, yo, Jenard's the one that's got this fent out here on the streets. Like he's moving it.
He's already got it bagged up.
Yeah, and he's moving it. And
that might be where that extra money came from.
You can step
without the money to give it to Shanti.
Yep.
That might have been when that extra money came from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're right. Dexter.
I don't think you can step on fentanyl. I think anything that has fentanyl in it makes it.
You can cut it.
I don't know if you can cut fentanyl.
No, you can cut it. The problem is, I think it's too late that Jenard done already moved it. Jenard didn't know how powerful that brick was. So he just cut it up, put it in the bags. It's already out in the street. So now he just finding out about how strong what he put out on the street is.
So that goes back to my earlier question. Is it Jenard's work that's laying out all the folks?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's this. I
think he did it himself right here. He said this is stuff that's been laying everybody out.
And he gave it to Joey. I think that kind of like confirmed it with the money he gave to Shanti and the work he just gave to Joey.
Shoot, he got one of them Canaan packs. He got one of them Canaan packs.
Oh, yeah. Nah, Canaan just whipped that up bad.
Yeah.
It's probably just pure work.
Finally.
They could have kept
JP. JP's on the scene, everybody.
Yeah.
We finally get to see JP. He got the same glasses and S-curl perm. So we got JP back. Finally. Hey, son. How you doing, son? I missed you. Son. And I'm here for you if you need me.
Darnell, I missed you.
Like, it was pointless.
It was pointless. That man sitting here cooking a can of soup or something on the stove.
I don't know what he was cooking.
A pointless scene. It was a pointless scene. It was just plot device.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is that they're showing
D-Mac an opportunity to say goodbye to his father before it's time for him to say goodbye to his father.
That, or he's finally changing. Like, I guess he's starting to get a little
remorseful. I think he did feel bad about how he left things with Kate and D-Mac because he asked about the old lady and $20. He did apologize. He did apologize for calling him the F word.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that is D-Mac starting to have a soft spot for his family.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is a family he didn't know he had before. So he spent all his time hating his father, but now, he's kind of got a soft spot for his father. I felt like if his father wasn't, then they would probably have a real relationship. But because of that, I think that puts the distance between him and his father. But, I mean, he did apologize for calling him the F word. So, D-Mac, Darnell, or JP, whatever the hell his name is.
His name is Darnell.
He said, son, I know you got this stuff out here, son. And I'm here for you if you need me. I'm like, what do you mean you here for him? The man been putting bodies in the ground. Like, you need to get this boy some help.
Ain't nothing that he could do for him.
Ain't nothing he could. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Told you. Again, the exact same face.
Just skip it.
every scene.
Yep.
But Claudia also realized in this moment too that she's leaning too hard on Elise, and that if she keep pressing her, she's gonna lose her. So that's why she came up with that fake ass apology. I'm so sorry. I've been focused on living and surviving in here. I haven't thought about you.
Fake ass crocodile tears.
That was her being woke up real quick and realized that if she keep pushing on her, she's gonna lose her.
Jezebel.
Pull back a little bit.
I don't think it's even that. I think it was just she was just using that as the I'm sorry. Yeah, like I don't know. Same old song and dance or whatever. So
fake Mia Copa.
Now here's this scene right here. There's two things I did not understand. You told Shanti when you saw him, it was on sight.
She should have blasted at him at the very least. Even if she would have missed, she should have rung a couple of rounds out at him.
You didn't. He pulls up on you. You don't even.
You did nothing.
You did absolutely nothing.
You did nothing.
Even though Jenard says, I don't have no weapon on me, whatever. Brings the chain back, and he convinces Manny Fresh to take the deal with Shanti's, all the stuff, that's happened, between us. Don't let
that's not a good opportunity for you.
Good opportunity.
At least punch him in the face.
Exactly.
Yeah, she should have did that. But at the same time, Cap is Cap. But at the same time, she also realized that he's CBI too. So I mean, that does come with a little bit of, I don't know.
Well, that's the case. She shouldn't even be talking crazy. Like, she gonna do this and she gonna do that. Stop all that.
She had no choice but to do that because she was in the front of one of her workers. She was in front of one of her workers. She was talking shit to Shanti or whatever. So she got to come off as a G or whatever. But that smoke, did she really have that smoke behind her? This was too easy. I agree, Dexter. This was too easy.
It was, but at the same time, at the end, she's all smiles and Hallmark cards with him and daps him up like everything. And I was like, yo, you literally
mama take your girl from you and all that other night.
Yeah, they laughing and joking. I'm like, how y'all just go back to laughing and joking?
Though, so I'm assuming that him producing that chain turned the tide for it. Turned the tide for it. It's a plot device for Jenard to get back on top.
That man ain't get back on top.
In this moment, he got back on top.
That thirst gonna come back at some point.
It's already there.
Yeah, it's gonna win.
That man like Blade when he don't take that shot.
Yeah, it's gonna win.
Oh man,
was this even necessary?
I guess so. Here's the only thing that bothers me about this scene. For one, because I don't understand it, and after I go through the scene, maybe somebody could help me.
I don't understand either, so I can't
understand what this was. So
you talking about the getting them situated or the torture beforehand?
Beforehand, because I'm just like, okay, so you make up that Tommy sets up this elaborate scheme after meeting with Malik to go set up Rashawn. They go set up Rashawn and everything. In the process, Tommy cuts his tongue or half of his tongue off, which I'm still trying to figure out what was the purpose of that. And then
that was because he can't say nothing because they recorded the video.
Yes, that's what
Kilo.
That was that.
See, thank you. Now
that was for so he couldn't talk.
Yeah, so he could talk.
See, that's why I wanted to ask that question because I didn't understand. I'm like, if y'all was going to unalive him anyway, what was the purpose of cutting off his tongue?
Yeah, they had to give some type of evidence, that this is what happened. But if he was able to talk, of course, they was going to blow the whole scene up. So that's why
wasn't this concurrent with his visit to King Kilo? Wasn't he watching it on FaceTime?
No, it's right here. Diamond is recording the video.
They told him to get your phone out. You want to record this?
You wanted to record it, and Tommy just drops a whole engine block on him and takes him out, which is crazy because I remember when the trailer for the season dropped, everybody and their mama said Tommy was unaliving again. He was unaliving some big character in this scene, and we get a character that was on the screen for one episode. that was on the screen for one episode.
Dexter, you read my mind. I say this in the group chat every week. I say this in our group chat every week. These killings are getting more and more gruesome every episode. Why?
Be extra?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made Tommy extra. So of course they're gonna make, you know, they're gonna put exclamations on everything that he does.
I don't remember this scene right here.
So this is the scene right here. So Ray is at the penthouse with Vic, and
after he's giving her the check, right?
No, we already passed that.
He already gave her the check.
No, this is afterwards, right?
This is afterwards. Yeah. So they're just having like a whole conversation, and this is kind of where like Vic, he kind of assumes how she was raised.
A trust fund kid, kind of.
I do remember now. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like a trust fund kid and all this other stuff. Like she's always had money, and of course, you know, Ray gets offended and tells
nothing about me.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about me. You know how my life was raised. You know stuff with my mom.
I'm from the school of hard knocks.
Yeah, riding the bus and all this stuff. So basically, everything that she worked for to get where she's got. And she tells Vic that, like, you know, I'm about to leave, you know, because you don't know me. And Vic apologizes and says, you know what, I don't know you.
I hated the scene.
But yeah, I mean, it was kind of pointless.
Yeah.
But I guess they kind of want to still show, like, I guess Vic at the same time is still trying to make her
open this girl up.
Yeah, just to like open her up, because he says, you know, I want to learn more about you, and then that's when he says, you know what, why don't you dance with me? And they go off and start to have a little dance around the condo or whatnot.
But this isn't going to end well for you either, Vic.
For either one of them, in my opinion.
He finds out who you are, she's not going to fuck with you anymore.
She just kept cracking her back instead of trying to do all that other.
He can keep cracking her back.
Yeah.
Long stroke, short stroke, it ain't gonna matter.
That's it.
When she find out who he is, she ain't gonna want to mess with him no more.
Yeah, but she want to get into detail on that type of stuff.
Done. Vic is done.
But done.
Vic might be the one to walk away from all this.
I hope not.
He's slippery enough where he shouldn't be alive right now.
He shouldn't be.
Claudia didn't expect for it to be alive.
Cloudy.
That's a new name now for real. Claudia didn't expect for him to walk out of the mansion when they sent Dublin over there. He's slippery enough to just get away. Vic might end up being the one to walk away from all this.
Nah.
He might end up being the king of Chicago. You already said CBI done for. Tommy already going back to New York. What if Vic is Crown Vic?
It could be, but I
hope not. But he could be. I can see it.
I just don't understand why they kept the character around. If they didn't have a bigger plan for him, I just didn't understand keeping him around after finding out he was a snitch. In any other installation of power, him having that title of being a snitch would have dropped him. Yeah, he would have done for that. Claudia should have been gone too.
Yeah.
It makes me think, is there a bigger picture for the Flynn family?
No, I feel like
and then giving his aunt's advice at the earlier part of the season. What if Vic is the one that ends up walking away with it all?
It could
happen. Tariq's still alive, so it could happen. I'm just saying.
And the cost of living is high right now, but Shanti don't have nowhere to stay at but that gym. Jenard gave up his penthouse too because they always at that damn gym. Y'all get tired of them being at that musty ass gym all the time. He comes in and he tells her about how he made the situation right with Manny Fresh. Is this where he gives her the money?
No, he gave her the money prior to that.
Yeah. But the one thing I loved about this scene, and I was like, it's about damn time, is where And dang, I didn't even peep this. Same thing. Same episode. Time to see the king. The one thing that I did love about this scene was that Jenard finally put his foot down and told her, like, look, we ain't got no time to argue about this right now. Like, this what's gonna happen. Diamond, once we go see him, I'm about to go see him. We about to move and we about to make this work. Like, I ain't trying to hear none of that arguing and just going back and forth about all this other stuff. So
I expected the belly scene right here.
I didn't. Well, I thought it was about to happen until he got that text, but I thought when he got that text, we was about to get this whole dramatic scene from Shanti, and then Diamond's gonna be like, "Well, what is like?" And she's gonna walk off again. But to see Jenard finally put his foot down and say, like, "Look, I'm not even trying to hear all of that right now." I was like, "It's about time." I was like, "You should have been doing that somewhat a long time ago, because she keeps pushing you to take out your own brother."
I wish you would have delivered that just a little bit differently. The message was perfect. He just should have put a little bit more anger behind it, put a little bit more bass in his voice. He should have really been a man with her in this situation and basically told her to shut the fuck up. That's what he needed to tell her, to shut the fuck up. But yeah, you're right. And somebody just said in the chat that he's still getting played. He is still getting played.
Yeah, he's still getting played.
Sure. Yeah, he definitely getting played.
Sure.
Yeah.
Time to go see the king.
Yeah, she was not happy about that when he said it. She was not happy about that.
She was not happy about that. And to me, this further is going to drive her away from him. She already moving sideways with Raheem already, talking about she put the crown on the wrong king and all this stuff. So I think this right here is further going to push her into that narrative of cutting ties with Jenard.
Yeah, because she saw right here.
She doesn't have the control
no more.
She ain't got mind control over Debo.
She don't have the mind control over him that she thinks she does.
Good.
I agree with y'all. Chess is always something significant in power, and them showing that chessboard and her playing that chess is a significant thing.
I'm over Big Baby Davis.
Don't he get out of jail next week?
I don't know. I'm over him though.
I think he does.
I think he does too.
I think he needs to add to his repertoire of mannerisms. Something.
Monet. So, what expression actor?
Like something needs to change. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's the veneers he got or what. I don't know.
I think it's a combination of both. A lot of things.
Whatever. But yes, he only has one expression.
Which is crazy. He's like 6'10", 310 pounds, 320 pounds. You already intimidating yourself. Like, you ain't got to, like, I get it.
Look the part, right?
Yes, you already looked the part. What's the facial expressions? Like, change your mannerism up. Like, he pissing me off. Watch the video. Same facial expression.
I guess what they're trying to do is make him look scary. They're trying to make him look intimidating to Jenard.
6'10", 3 something. That's intimidating enough. We know somebody like that.
Somebody say he was practicing for his future role. Somebody say he's practicing for his future role as a prisoner.
Exactly. Yeah, probably. Jesus.
When they showed this, I was like, he ain't gonna believe this shit. He is not gonna believe this. This is so.
But here's the question I have though, because they said something about the gun and the caliber. Like, how do you
see that from the video?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, how can he? You only know that from the video?
Because because when Jenard is speaking to him, he says to him after he did his due diligence, that's how he found all of that out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he tells him, he was like, after doing my, because Big Baby even says to him, that Big Baby King Kilo even says to Jenard, like, you told me it was D-Man.
Right first time, Big Baby.
And then he says, when we did our due diligence, I found out that your nephew Mad Dog was into a whole lot of stuff and quote unquote fake robbed Rasan one of his bikes, and you know how he feels about them bikes. And the person that was there just happened to see D-Mac was there, but named D-Mac because he was so afraid of Rasan. So that's how he said, you know, the whole weapon and the caliber and all that other stuff.
Okay, got you. That makes sense.
I knew King Kilo didn't believe him, and that's why Jenard slipped in. I'll still take out D-Mac if you need me to, if need be. Like, I think
if that was extra, you didn't have to offer that up.
That's
you
true.
didn't have to offer that up, but yeah.
But I think that's why he offered it up, because
he saw that King Kilo was looking kind of sideways about
it. He wasn't falling for it.
Yeah, he wasn't falling for it. He run back over there to Diamond's place and tell Diamond how he got all this thing situated for him and want to celebrate the fact and all that, but you know, Diamond still ain't going. And see, Jenard, it's kind of funny because the same thing Shanti is doing to him, Diamond is somewhat doing it to him too, because he thinks that he's got Diamond under his thumb, but he really don't.
Yeah,
he think that he got control over Diamond and that Diamond he's back in, but he ain't all the way in. We saw that earlier when he asked about going to see Che. He brushed that off. So you don't got the control that you think you got.
Says it again here. He says it again here, and that's when he was just like, you know, your time. He was like, man, I ain't do all this for Tommy and all this. So he was like, I did this for you. The Diamond even said something like, you gonna get your stuff in time, bro, don't worry. And like, he wasn't having that at all. So I think that's also gonna put
a wedge between them.
And I think that's also gonna put something in Diamond's mind, like, yo, why
he keep asking about this?
Why he keep asking about this? And then the way he stormed
right,
over.
Dexter, he keeps Jenard at arm's length. Agreed.
Yeah. Terrible.
Horrible.
Like,
pointless.
See, and this is what it's kind of funny, because this is what Sang was saying to Emma earlier. Like, she's so focused like on Tommy that he has the ability to come in and move stuff around so that she can get pushed out and then he can move in. Because now you go back, you see Claudia and find out that Claudia, as she said, used a rookie to try to get information on Tommy, and it didn't work. And she about to get ready to storm off. Claudia grabs her hand, and it was just like, I told you,
one last chance.
I told you, let me get out and I could get what you need. But the trick to it was, when she finally agreed to it, she said, okay, cool, but you're also going to testify on the Marquez cartel. And you could tell right there, Claudia hesitated, but realized she didn't have no choice. So that was the only way she was going to get out of jail.
She ain't had nothing else to play. Yeah. That was her last card.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
agreed, Dexter. And she know that is Stacy's weak spot. That's a perfect way to describe that. She knew that Tommy is Stacy's weak spot, and that was her only and last card she had to play.
And that's why she was scared when she brought up, oh, so you're going to testify against the Marquez cartel as well.
But didn't she agree?
Yeah, she agreed. She didn't want to, but she agreed because, like we said, that was her only play left.
Man, Muck Ortega, he flipped on you and pulled your protection. Yeah, I'll talk. Where them cooperation papers? I'll talk.
You wouldn't have to talk if you didn't put yourself in that situation.
True story.
Had you just played along with the cartel, but yet you still tried to do that side hustle.
No, she didn't try to do a side hustle. Tommy and them took her clubs. She ain't
let them take them.
She didn't have no choice in that though. But that's what Ortega got mad about when he found out that Tommy was moving weight inside those clubs. That's where his product was being moved.
Yeah, but she knew, but she knew that Claudia would, because remember, she told Claudia you could start running stuff back through the whatchamacallit, because Claudia kept saying, Elise said to her that I know how to do it. And she just wanted her, and remember, that's how Shanti got into it.
That's what I said last week, Dexter. I don't understand why they went down this road anyway, because if Ortega's getting ready to get out on a technicality, she would get out on that same technicality as well because she was part of the same arrest. All of them would have got out. Merkovich, all of them would have gotten out because if the judge is going to suppress the evidence for Ortega, she would have to suppress it for Claudia as well.
Yep.
And the fact that they show these scenes back to back is just both of them are in the same predicament.
Yep.
And both of them are playing Stacy to the same weakness.
Yeah. I was just trying to figure out. Well, never mind, because now that I just thought about it, said why she was releasing Claudia. Because I was trying to figure out why was she even telling Vic that, yeah, I'm releasing your sister. But then she said, because she's going to give me something that you haven't been giving me, which is information on Tommy.
Yep.
Which is evidence. So, but it was also, even here, Vic is saying, like, no, don't release Claudia. Like, what you call it? And then Sang rolls in and tells her the exact same thing. Like, she's going to play you. Like, she's going to play you, but...
So you think she's going to run?
I don't think she's going to run.
She going to set something up, though.
She's going to set something up that's going to come back, and it's going to mess up whatever Stacy got going on, or set up to the point where maybe even Stacy get locked up. But she has a place. I honestly believe that, like, she just wants to get out to... Like, somehow, some way, like we said earlier, we know the Flans, they always got a play. So there's something else behind that. She just not getting out to be trying to get, because she know for a fact once Tommy knows she's out on the streets that Tommy
gonna be at her.
Yeah, he gonna try to unalive her. Like, he ain't even gonna get close to where you could get some recordings or something on him. So
yeah, she ain't gonna get close enough to get anything.
Like, so I don't understand it. And then right after that, Sang goes and make a call, which is probably to Chan and the cartel, that says, hey, you know, Claudia's getting out. We have an issue.
Too late now.
Mm-hmm.
Too late.
So I don't know. But here we got Malik from the SODs. He's up in the spot, and Diamond and Tommy are giving him some work along with some extra funds to, like, as they promised, made him king of the SODs, and says, like, here, you know, here's something on top of it, you know, for
keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut, as well as, like, we know y'all grieving at the moment, so, you know, so they happy that they were able to keep the SODs inside of the coalition. So here's the scene that everybody's been talking about, where Tommy goes back and visits D-Mac, and they somewhat have like this little heart-to-heart, and he tells him, you know what, you back in CBI, but as long as you're in CBI, you only answer to me. You know, you're going to be, I'm going to have eyes on you at all time. You're going to be like my right-hand man. So he's back in CBI. And I also felt like, I think because a lot of people can figure out why Tommy changed his mind. I think there was two reasons. I think one, after what Diamond told him, that, yo, he's a killer. Like, he's a, like, why would we not? Like, he's a killer.
Yeah,
like,
you looking at him as a kid, he's not.
He's not. Looking at him as a killer. So he realizes at this point, like, yo, he's already in the life. So I might as well be here, kind of like Tariq. I might as well be here to protect him, as well as when he had the whole hit out on him by King Kilo. He's like, at some point that plan might not have worked, so I need him around me at all times to keep him safe, just in case that hit comes back around. And we also saw another thing that made me think about it, was because he brought up Ghost and Kanan. Yeah, he said just how they did with me. So I think that's what we're gonna see. And like you said, Retro, you've been saying since the beginning, D-Mac's gonna be a legacy, and more than likely from this scene, that's what I feel now. It's gonna be a legacy, and it's just setting him up to where Tommy is going to be schooling D-Mac. But at the same time, I felt like this face right here, like he had something else.
It's fake.
Maybe he don't want to do it.
Yes, it's loose rap. He telling him that to his face to keep him in control. In other words, if he keeps going against him, then D-Mac is going to continue to be doing all this crazy stuff out here, dropping bodies, making problems in the street. If you give him what he wants, then you put him in control where he's not out here wilding out and doing these things. So I felt like that was a play right there that Tommy was playing with him. He didn't really mean that he's going to be back in CBI. He's just telling him that because that's what he wants to hear. And he needs for him to be under control because in Tommy's mind, I just fixed yet another problem of yours, and I'm tired of fixing all these problems for you. So in order for them to go away, I got to let you back in CBI.
Yeah.
But my question to you all is, are they setting us up for another Ghost and Tariq situation with Tommy and D-Mac? Just think about that for a minute.
Maybe a little bit, but I don't think too much because
on down the line.
Maybe I guess it depends on how many seasons of Legacy we get.
I'm just wondering because in the world of power, we get boomerangs all the time. So I'm just wondering, are they setting this tone right here for us to have another Ghost and Tariq situation?
I hope not.
Claudia big stepping. She act like she just baby girl, you walking with the feds. You are not protected. You are not protected.
But she feel like whenever she gets some type of support from anybody else, this is the way she moves. Her aura changes about herself.
Her aura changes. She turned into a superhero or something.
You see how she approached your girl? Like, you tried it behind my back and you didn't successful. Imagine if I'm just looking. Nothing happens. Shut up.
She's high stepping.
And that's what I've been saying since day one when everybody talking about she's so cold and stuff. I'm like, no, she does that and she has a backing behind her. Like,
you need that support. She is sucker.
Tommy would have dropped all three of them guards without even blinking an eye.
He definitely would have, but I think he realized like this ain't the move right now. That she somewhat she moved.
Yeah, she's too hot.
Yeah, she too hot. We see immediately because to be honest, when they said she was going to get out, I didn't even think that when she got out, she was going to be like in protective custody type of thing. I thought they was just going to release her. Elise was going to pick her up, and then that was going to be it. So for me to see her walking out with the feds, I was like, oh dang, I wasn't expecting her to be walking out with the feds like that. So to see that lets me know that like later on, this what she's moving around on, like she moving around. You know what I'm saying, with the feds and whatnot.
That scene right there was a Ghost scene. Reminded me of Ghost.
Definitely.
It reminded me of Ghost.
Yep.
You know how Ghost would always stalk his prey?
We've seen him so many times with hoodie on.
That reminded me of him.
For sure.
All right. You're going to have to tell us about what happened this next episode because I didn't watch the preview. I don't know why I've gotten to the point where I don't even watch previews for Force anymore. I turn it off.
Oh, man. So... like with this scene right here, we don't even know who Tommy's actually looking at. He's on the phone. They kind of made it seem like
I think Claudia.
That's what they kind of make it seem like, because like right after this, like Claudia and Elise are having a whole little spat, a whole little argument, and Claudia is like, I got to do this. This is something that I have to do, or whatnot. And then, of course, Mayor Wig, she's doing another press campaign about her running for mayor. Now, the best part about this scene, though, is that, as they said before, Donna even said to her, she don't have the best relationship with the police department. So in this same scene, the police department turn their backs on her. And there is... Damn. Yeah, they turn. I don't, because while she's talking, then it jumps to the scene, and then there's another scene where we don't know his character yet, but I'm assuming like he's the chief of police or something like that. Well, he tells Stacy, like, if you want the backing of the police department, then you need to get on board or whatever. Of course, there's another scene with Tommy that's up in the penthouse, and I'm trying to figure out who these people are, because one of the guys says to Vic that they need a leader, and Vic is all for it, but it's also a setup to get rid of Tommy. So I'm wondering like who this crew is, because it's not the Serbs.
Could it be the Albanians?
You know what? It could be the Albanians.
Since they're the ones that are in his clubs. I hate when they wait till like the middle of the season to bring in new characters. Like, we don't care.
Yeah. So that's what I'm curious about, who these people are that Victor's
episode 5 out of a 10 episode season, you bring in new characters. We don't care.
Yeah, you should have brought them in at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then here is at the end where Claudia is on the phone with none other than Tommy. Tommy is saying, like, you know, I have a plan that I think that you may like. You need to meet up with me, but you need to be by yourself.
She'll be a fool. She come for that.
And that's it after that. So I'm curious to it better ramp up by next episode.
You think that it's going to ramp up? I think it's episode 5. So I think episode 5 is going to be a heater. I think we could possibly lose a main character next week too. It's time.
I don't know if we're gonna lose a main character, because we said that
Big
about
Baby is supposed to be. That's what the streets are saying. King Kilo is supposed to be out of jail.
Yeah.
Next week, and it's supposed to be this big confrontation with D-Mac surrounding it. That's what the streets are telling me. Now I don't know.
That's a good one. I can actually see this. I can see it being JP.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. It could be next week's episode or the episode after next week. I think whatever happens to JP may happen next week, and then we might have because there is another scene in the trailer that we haven't seen yet, where D-Mac gives JP a hug.
Yeah.
That could be next week's episode.
That could be next week's episode for sure.
That could be next week's episode, but whatever happens to him could still happen in that same episode too.
That's true. Dexter, I don't even know like if we're gonna get like how.
I don't think there's no break season.
I think it might be a break, but it ain't gonna be like how it might just be a week. I don't think, because we haven't got that whole where it's been like a few weeks and they be like, oh, part 2 come back. They haven't done that in a long time, so I don't know if we're gonna get a mid-season cliffhanger like that.
I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna have any breaks.
Nah, because we got what, Christmas and New Year's coming up, so probably somewhere between there is one of them we probably gonna get that break.
Okay.
Because we always get at least one episode break. I think
this is gonna be a no season break. If they didn't give it to us for Thanksgiving,
because they got to roll over into Kanan, and when Kanan comes out, what, February?
Mm-hmm.
So we probably we might get at least one, and then we get those 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks off.
If we do get it, I think we're gonna get it at the end of the season. I think after episode 9 they'll do it and make us wait for 10.
Oh, see, down at that point, that would piss me off. I'll be like, forget it.
I think they did that with us with someone with Ghost. I think they did that with us with Power. I remember them doing that before, where we took a break at the end of the season, and I think it was Power, because it was like, who shot Ghost? You know, and then they came back with
oh yeah, that's right. But that was a big mid-season break. Yeah,
they came back with the 5 extra episodes that was all the same day, but just from different perspectives.
Yep.
So they might do something like that, since Joseph Sikora is saying that episode 9 is a false finale. So whatever episode 10 is going to be the transition into what's going to become Legacy.
Okay.
Is what my opinion is.
Which is probably where we'll end up getting Tariq. Since we saw him, although the timelines is all off, but
especially because he doesn't have an active show right now. So you have to ask yourself this question: what is Tariq doing during this time frame right now? Is this the events of what's happening in book 2 that's already happened?
Yeah.
You know, so they got the timeline all screwed up. So I think that's another reason why if they go to one show, They don't have to worry about that problem anymore because they only have one present day show. I don't think that they thought about that when they were doing 2 present day shows. They should have had them on. Really, they should have had them on at the same time.
Yeah. So
or had them come on back to back after each other. But see, we had Raising Kanan would come on after book 2. Raising Kanan would come on after Force. They should have never done it that way. They should have had Force and book 2 always coming on after each other. You know, then we would have BMF in between.
Yep.
So I don't think that they realized that you had 2 present day shows that you had to keep the continuity going for. So once we go to 1 present day show, then we won't have that problem anymore. All right, Jack, you still there with us? You got anything?
Yeah, I'm still here. I ain't got nothing, man. I just hope that it does get a little bit more excitement out of it. But again, I didn't really expect too much coming into the 4th episode because it's just typical Power DNA. So we just see how the 5th episode go.
I think we're gonna get some action next week, fellas. Don't worry. I think we're gonna have some action next week.
And I am glad that we're not getting a break.
Yeah, I think I might even stay up for episode 5. Yeah, you be up already because it's like 9:00 for you.
Yeah.
Me and CJ, we be debating whether or not we gonna stay up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get some info on.
And sorry guys, we didn't give y'all any predictions last week because Stars didn't drop any pictures for us. We were very shocked about that. So maybe we'll get some pictures this week. So we'll see.
So
Stars acting real funny too. Me and Fresh was talking about that last week. Stars is acting real funny with this season right here. Like, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they've kind of already spoiled it for us by letting us know that Tommy's going to be in Legacy. So they're trying to keep some suspense going, thinking that Tommy's going to not walk away from this season. I don't know what they're trying to do with this, but this is the first time I've ever seen Stars this tight about everything. They haven't dropped the episode descriptions. I mean, you could dig around on the internet and find them, but normally they drop those press materials at Stars, and they haven't. They've been very they've been taking their time dropping the pictures. I mean, they're waiting till the episode air before they drop the pictures, and then they're not giving us as many as they used to. So Stars is acting a little different with this season. Of course,
they really want to be tight-lipped with no leaks. And from what I am seeing right now, Retro is correct.
No break.
Get the break after episode 9.
Yeah, I thought so.
We get a 2 week. We get a 2 week break.
I knew it.
So
I knew it.
This is just from what I just some I ain't gonna tell y'all where I looked it up at, but just some little doing some detective work that I just did just now. This is where it's saying that it's going to be, we're getting a 2 week break, like after 9, just like he said.
So I think what's going to happen is 9 is what's going to actually end Force. 9 is what's going to end the events of Force. 10 is going to be this pilot episode, is what I'm thinking. It's going to be a pilot episode for what's going to become Legacy, if that's the name of the show. And I think that's going to give them some time to shoot some press material and all that stuff for what's going to be Legacy. Remember how they did at the end of Power? At the end of Power, and they showed us that we were going to get all the different spinoffs, and they had the little marketing material for it. They showed you Raising Kanan, they showed you Force, they showed you Influence. I think that's what they're going to probably try to get ready for in episode 10. After episode 10 goes off, they're going to show us what's going to become Legacy. They don't have to promote Origins because they can promote that through Raising Kanan.
Yeah.
So whatever's going to become this Power Legacy, I think they're going to have that ready for us by episode 10.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it could be that also maybe the episode if Tariq shows up in Force. If Tariq shows up, he may show up in episode 10.
Yeah, I see him showing up in episode 10.
Or he may show up in 9 and be in 10.
That could be as well.
Who was he on the phone with? He gonna show up.
Oh, we got to actually see Tommy make that call.
We gonna see him make the call.
Yeah, we'll see him make the call.
We got to see him make that call. Maybe he'll make it after JP's funeral.
Probably, but
maybe he'll call Tariq to come to JP's funeral. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
that way Tariq can meet his new brother. His new cousin.
Which is crazy. Tariq never had soldiers. Never.
Yeah, I mean, he never had soldiers, but he probably just he's wanting Tariq for.
But you know what? They could also show us too, because remember at the end of book 2, Tariq became the kingpin. So everybody was working for him now. Braden was working for him with the fight clubs. Effie was working for him or whatever. So maybe what they're showing us now that Tariq has an infrastructure built up now.
That could be it. So, but
he could have some workers.
So I have to wait and see.
I got to get my mind ready for this. Ugh. All right, guys. So for those of you who watch Bel Air, we're on our last season of Bel Air 2, which sucks because it's actually really good. So if you're a fan of Bel Air, go ahead and check our videos out for Bel Air. We got episodes 1, 2, and 3 already out there. We will be dropping episode 4 and 5 next week. So be on the lookout for that. It's very interesting seeing Noma over in Bel Air play the same character as she played in book 2. So that's been enjoyable to see. All right, fellas, y'all got anything else?
No, I ain't got no more. Nothing that I can think of.
I'm good.
Why haven't we seen 2-Bit? I think we're going to see 2-Bit in this new Legacy show.
I don't think we ever gonna see 2-Bit at all, as long as is still.
But they didn't unalive his character, so I mean, there's always opportunity for another showrunner to bring that character back because he's not unalive.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as she's still like an executive producer somewhat. Courtney Kemp is still like an executive producer on these shows, so as long as she is, I don't think we're gonna see 2-Bit no more. She was the only reason why we were seeing 2-Bit so much. So
unless he rekindle their situation. You know, when you start dropping that D back in there again, he might get roped back into the show.
So yeah, I don't see it, but we shall see though.
All right, family. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good week, and make sure y'all hit us in the comments.
Sure.
All right, y'all.
Don't.